What's up, guys? Got a little bit different video for y'all today because I stumbled upon the most devious truck flipping, title floating marketplace madness that I have ever seen. It was happening in a rapid succession and I was keeping up with it in real time, and it was freaking crazy. Let me know in the comments if you've ever seen something like this and how do you feel about this. Now, I'm not going to come on here and shout out people's names and say, hey, this guy is title floating. If you don't know what that is, that's when you buy a truck, you do not get it registered to you, and then you sell it to someone else under the person that you bought it from name. I said that weird. If I bought this truck from this guy and then without registering it or putting it into my name, I sell it to this guy via this guy's information, that is what's called title floating, which is not legal. You're not supposed to do that. Anytime you buy a vehicle that you do have to register and stuff, you're supposed to register it and then you can sell it. Now, of course, the reason why people float titles is because they don't want to pay the sales tax on buying the truck and having to get a tag and insurance and everything like that, because you got to get insurance before you can get a title and register it into your name. And I know none of this happened because of how quickly all of this selling happened. Within a week's span, one truck went from $3,000 to between 3 different people, and every single one had it listed as a one owner. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So yes, I did try to buy this truck because anytime, well, let's look at the pictures real quick. Not the best color, definitely not the best color, not one that I would choose outright, but a pretty freaking clean truck. I mean, straight, yeah, the hood looks like it's got some paint, probably the roof as well, but there's no dents or anything screaming problematic to me. So of course, for $3,000, you got to try for that. Now, it was on marketplace for how long when I saw it? I don't even know. It wasn't on there long. It wasn't the 7 hours where I screen recorded that, because I didn't screen record it when I sent a message because I didn't know the rest of the things were going to unfold. But it was up for an hour or so when I sent him a message, because it's $3,000 crew cab GMT 800. Yeah, it's 2-wheel drive. Yeah, it's a not great color, but it's $3,000 for that truck, and that's, for one, cheap to get a truck for a project, and 2, that's definitely something you can make money on. $3 grand for a crew cab GMT 800 that's not destroyed, you got to try. So I did. I did not get a response because he probably already was selling it to the guy by the time I messaged him. So I was like, oh, you know, oh well, we tried, didn't get a response, marked it as sold. Okay, so then a few hours later in the same day, I think it was 4 hours later, I'm scrolling marketplace like every addicted person does, and I see the same truck pop up for $5,500. So now we've made the jump from $3 grand to $5,500. Now $5,500 for this truck is still a reasonable price. He probably could have marked it up more than that, but obviously wanted to make some quick cash. I mean, you make you a couple grand in a single day, it's kind of hard to argue with that, and that's why people do this. But popped it up, checking out the pictures. Obviously, he just, you know, bought it, drove it home and cleaned it, spent, you know, 30 minutes washing it, detailed the engine bay. I mean, the pictures are wet, so, you know, anything looks good when it's wet. But the interior, man, super clean. You know, those cloth seats are known for being, you know, phenomenal over the years, so very minimal wear. Inside looks really clean. Now, he did have a picture of the dash, which the other one didn't. 186,000 miles. So, yeah, it's getting close to that 200,000 mile mark, but let's be honest, if that scares you, what are you doing, okay? These trucks, the mileage don't matter. It's how they've been kept. So it could have 230,000 miles on it if the previous owner, like the original one supposedly was, being a one owner, it could be in really good shape still. The bed cover gave it away immediately. But then you can see the same sticker on the tailgate. You know, it's got the same wheels, no tag on it. It's the same truck, right? So I'm like, oh my gosh, I went and told Lauren. I was like, man, I've never seen anyone flip a truck this quick. So then after like 5 days, I'm scrolling on Marketplace again, per the usual, and I see the same freaking truck pop back up. But this time it is for $8,500, which is just crazy. We started at $3 grand, now we're at $8,500, which is not an $8,500 truck. This is a super base model. It's probably a 4.8. I don't even know if in the description if it said, but it's probably a 4.8. It's a base interior, it's 2-wheel drive. It's not worth $8,500, but this is marketplace. You typically got to mark it up because everybody and their brother's going to lowball you. So you can either put the price you want and just tell people, no, I'm firm, or you can do the whole put it for $1,000 or $2,000 above what you'll take and then just accept lowball offers. But if you scroll through here, this is the third person that's owned this within a week, and the description still says one owner. Now, after a week of 2 other people owning it, obviously the second guy, he only had it for a few hours. What could he have done to it? Does it matter that it wasn't a one owner truck after him? Probably not. Probably did not have any negative effects by him buying it and owning it for a couple of hours. Now, when you're floating the title, it's still going to show one owner if you bought it after this other person, the third person. But he had it for a week. Could he have destroyed it in a week? Sure. Is there probably anything negative on it now after a week and 2 other owners than it was last week with a single owner? Probably not. But as you can see, engine bay has now dried. One thing that I noticed was the coolant tank looked like it has no coolant in it, which is always a little scary. You got a little duct tape on the fuse box. But, you know, the truck outside, it's literally the exact same. We got some different angles. Every single person that listed it for sale took different angles of the truck. Whether or not that's intentional or not, I'm not sure. But here you could not see the tailgate, but obviously the bed cover and the spots on the hood gave it away. And then when you drop the tailgate, it does have that nice bed rug. What was the mileage? It's 186.7 here. What was it before? 186. So 100 miles. $3,000. If someone that was wanting or needing a vehicle could have gotten that, smoking deal, right? $8,500 with 2 title floats now, not great. Definitely not great. I mean, you can really get messed up at the DMV if, like, obviously there's going to be some rewritten bill of sales with a little bit of writing not your name on that in order to make this work. Now, do I think that's the worst thing in the world? No, I don't. It's, you know, part of the game, something that's frowned upon for sure if it's an extended period of time. Would I be afraid to buy this truck if the price was right today compared to last week when the original person was selling it? No, I don't think there's any negatives to this truck aside from the price change, which is humongous from $3,000 to $850 or $8,500. It was just crazy to me when the second one popped up. I was able to click on it, look through it, and then go to the messages where I'd sent him a message and look at his ad where he had it marked sold but hadn't deleted it off of Facebook. And then a week later, the other one pops up, and I've got the recording of it, and now I can sit here and see them side by side. Pretty crazy. Like I said, I know this is a little bit different video than the norm, but honestly, life has been lifing, and your boy has gotten backed up, and I don't have a video out ready for y'all, but I do have the window blocked so y'all can't see what's in the bed because I am working on a video right now that I think a lot of people are really going to enjoy. Of course, we got a bunch of stuff coming, but didn't want to just not post, and I've been planning on making this video, and so I figured I got a little bit of time. Let's just go ahead, hop in the truck, and talk about it because it might not be as crazy to some people as it was to me, but sitting there looking at it in real time, I was like, man, this is freaking wild. So anyways, drop a comment, let me know. See y'all boys in the next one.